What's going on, everybody? Today we're working on a base platform that we can store stuff in the back seat section while we're out overlanding, and then when we get back in town we can take it off and we can store our seats back in and be able to take people around, kind of like a kid. Anyway, that's what we're working on today. If you guys like it, hopefully subscribe, stick with us. It's gonna be tons of builds, tons of adventures. And yeah, hope you're having a great day. So this is kind of where we're at right now. I had a piece of cardboard left over from one of my shipments. I put tape all along the edges here and drew it out with a pencil, peeled the tape off, put it out on my carpet, cut it out on my carpet, measured the one side to the other, and then measured from here to here, squared that up. I've been slowly trimming out to make a cup holder section. And then all we're going to do is we're going to make some giant holes here with cleats underneath, wood cleats that hold basically a pocket door on both sides. And then we're also going to have a section over there that holds the battery cell that I need for when we're overlanding for my CPAP machine. Okay, so Christian and I, we made our template. We got this piece worked out, and Christian will show you the edges. We went around all the plastic trim here and we figured out what is level for us. We parked level, Jeep's supposedly level. So now I've used hockey pucks, Canadian, and a slice of this wood, and we finally got it level. So now we're gonna build our back wall and see what that measurement comes up to. And then got 8 1/4. So got 8 1/4 here. And then it should be 8 1/4 there. So we're going to build our supports on this side. Once we're done, we're going to make this a 60-40 split. I'm going to cut it straight down the edge. So that way, if in the future we want to take it camping, but we want to bring 3 people, we can leave one side with the seat on and leave this side for our cargo and stuff like that. So next, we're going to build up our walls on the side, and then we'll worry about this side. But this side goes like this, then it bumps up, and then goes like this, and then goes up. So we're going to probably try to do a 2-step system there. All right, let's go get it. Okay, so we ripped these 7.5 inches wide. Now we're going to do 17.5 inches long and cut those out for behind the seat for our support back there. Then we're going to make a 3/4 support, if you will, closer to where it humps up in the back. And then we'll make our sidewalls. We'll figure out how to get the template for those. So let's get the cut.
An ocean, a cave, a dream that no one could save, a shelter.
So as you can see,
a whole lot
fits in there just a treat. Goes up to the cup holders in the back, comes up to the trim here. I'm going to pull it off the trim just a little bit, and then we got it pretty level, and it's the same on the other side. Again, we're going to make our holes here to mount it in the factory holes. But yeah, I'm going to nail these in real quick, take them out, just trim nails, take them out and then glue it in place. And then the next thing we're going to do is figure out our template to make a box here. Countersink the holes from underneath. We're going to put our wood glue on. Then, as you can see on this side, I've already started one. We're going to run a bead of glue all the way down just for some extra glue, just for fun. And then we'll run our piece here, our piece down, and then when we go to make this the 60-40 split, we'll do some other stuff. But for now, we're just going to make our end pieces.
we speak, but oh, nothing.
Okay, so we got our template made, and we've already pre-drilled the holes on the bottom. So we're going to throw some glue on this piece. We've already done the other side. Just going to put some glue on here to give it some extra support, strength. And then I ran one of the screws up a little bit so that way I could find this screw hole a little bit easier. And then pop the bad boys in. Alrighty, now that that's in, we're gonna let it dry. I'm gonna run my bead down it like I usually do. Hey buddy! It's like cocking a shower. And we had this piece of wood split here, so hopefully that helps. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna let this dry. We're gonna throw it in. We're gonna figure out next our boxes for both sides, and then once we get all that done, we're gonna figure out quickly some side support for the, middle support, just one section of it, and then we'll cut it in half, or cut it in 40% and 60%, so that way if we want to put a seat in later on we can. Alright, cool. Well, humming right along.
One velvet submarine shoots across the scene as I leave. One piece of sea, they dream, lingers here inside.
Okay, so real quick, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm using this, my tool pouch, because it's going to go on the side, as what is my average width. This is the average of most of my stuff as far as width goes, and then I could always snake it down in or whatever, but I want to be able to place things down and then scoot them forward.
Pretty face, you don't have to woo me, just admit that you owe me. You owe me. Pretty face, I can tell from the look in your eyes that you got a hungry appetite.
We got a door. We got a ray to, when the door is closed, to grab with our finger, pull the door open. Pretty basic. Okay, so we've got our Smittybilt pump. Air pump. So this sideways. So roughly with the hose bent, it's about here and about here, and we'll go an extra few inches out, or an extra inch right there. And then on this side we'll go there. So this is my pump. This is the biggest thing I got that's going to go in here so far. Everything else is pretty flexible, like the hacksaw and stuff like that. Air down gauge. So let's figure out what our dimensions are for this thing, and we'll get her going. So we've got this. That. So this hole is 10 inches from here. And we'll call it 15 inches. So these won't be able to go in there. Hacksaw blade will fit. This thing will fit through down somewhere This will go on the tool side actually. So that'll be okay over there. And then, beauty. Okay, so let's cut this up.
Buried in the flashbacks, all these wicked nightmares has gone cold. Now we go way, way back, as far as way back goes. Still standing by your side. You know I'll be.
By the way, don't forget, if you're liking watching and if you like what you see, hit subscribe and leave some comments down below if you have any questions about what we did. I'm going to leave all the measurements out down below for you guys. But I've had a few people comment on Instagram, they wish Facebook, that they wish their carpentry skills were a little bit better. My carpentry skills suck. For the professional people watching, you can testify. Be nice, please. But yeah, I used to build subwoofers and speaker stuff with my buddy Ryan McManus from Texas. He and I, when we were in high school, we used to do stuff all the time together, just screwing around. And that's kind of what this feels like, is we're back in high school again, messing around. Ryan, if you're watching, what up, buddy? Anyway, let's get our hole cut out for this and then get the sander out. We're gonna sand and file our edges around, smooth them out. I'm going to plane this out to be a little bit wider all the way around, so that way we have a gap for our carpet. And that's it.
Now we go way, way back, as far as way back goes. Still standing by your side. You know I'll be right here when all the monsters come. Oh.
Okay, so what we're doing now is we're going to zip off 4 cleats. We're going to take and cut this hopefully into 3 pieces and then set it here on the edges, and then that way, and this is all scrap wood from the jobs that we've been doing. So so what I'm doing is I'm just trying to weigh down each one because I glued it, and then I'm going to flip it over and screw it in from the top. Hopefully get the countersink holes done and make it all very nice, even though you'll never see it. I've only set these out about a 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, so that way the top just rests on it, because there's not going to be a tremendous amount of weight placed right on here. It's going to be placed all over. If this does fail, then go out and buy some metal and then put metal chunks underneath it. Be way better, but for cost-effective reasons and for reasons that, to me, this is going to work just fine for me. This is what we're going to go with.
When all the monsters come on, I've got you.
There we go. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to sand all the edges down to make room for our carpet all around here, and then we're going to lay this bad boy in. I'm going to cut this in half later on, probably after this trip, but for now, actually I may cut it now. Might as well, we're doing it. But sand first. One door done. Works for me. A lot of staples, but that's the side you see. So, okay, for the big piece, I've already wrapped the other one. So the way I'm doing it is I'm taking the parts that bolt to the bed of the truck, or not the bed, but the back of the truck, the parts that go into our bolt holes, and I'm lining those up flush because I do not want those to have any carpet behind them because I made them perfectly flush. So we want to line our carpet up flush. I'm leaving myself about an inch of overlap on the other side, and simply going to toss this over. And this part being my highest side, you come in here and mark it. Relief cuts are being made anywhere there's a change in elevation or a curvature. So here, obviously there was a relief cut there. So fold it over. Here, there was a change there. Now I'm not going to cut all of it off because, well, it's something nice to grab onto and pull. Over here, I want to make a cut about 3/4 up. Find my knife in that. Run my knife straight up because if you remember, we have these curves here. So I made that curve to accommodate the body lines of the Jeep. So now, just gonna pull that tight. Find the crevice again. Just run it down the body line. And that should make a pie, or a bow, if you will. And then when I glue them together, they're going to kind of fold together and it'll be hard to see a seam. And if you do see a seam, quit looking so close. I mean, it's my Jeep.
Oh yeah, I can totally.
And when you're done, your wife can hop in there and lay down as she wants. What do you think, Boo? How's it look?
Super comfy.
Now we'll be able to put our shelves in there and also have our stash. Here, pop open the drawer for everybody. Show them what it looks like. Open the other one. Very nice. Yeah, show them. Ooh. Oh. Now you can stash whatever the hell you want in there. Cool. Well, guys, that's it. It's a wrap. The base is in. I wanted something my own making, and I hope my wife didn't just fall. If you guys liked what you saw today, don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the like button. Don't forget, we got a bunch of videos coming up for our 15-year anniversary trip, and hope you guys are doing well. We'll see you next time.